So here's a drill that was already built out. Got some cars, a little convoy, stops at this restaurant, wherever this is, and we have a crowd of people that are waiting to see whoever the VIP is inside this blue SUV. So we already have a basic drill set up here of reaction to an ambush or whatever we want to set up in this drill. And we can modify it how we need to. So right now we have a whole bunch of civilians, and then we have in the mix here a feign compliance actor. So this person here, if you notice, has a handgun on the side, and that feign compliance tag, what that means is when I go and point my left controller at her knees, and it'll bring up this little menu that's called submenu, and it'll show me some details about what this actor is doing. So feign compliance means she's going to appear to be compliant for 30 seconds and then eventually will fight. We can also change that and make it straight up aggressive out of the gate, complete civilian, or a moving and shooting kind of bad guy out of the gate, or even a camper. So someone who's going to run to a piece of cover and shoot from around that piece of cover. You can change how many rounds it'll take for that person to die, what they look like. You can make it randomized from the 27 different options. I mean, we have literally everything you could possibly imagine in terms of options, including soldiers and good guys, and all kinds of people. You can change the weapon system if you need to. There's literally AK-47s, handguns, rifles, and there's always more being added. And we can also add options for them to quit if they get hit a certain number of times. So let's say they get hit twice, then they'll give up. So let's leave it at maybe like a Glock or something like that for now. So I've made some adjustments to one of these characters. Let's say I want to place some additional assets of some kind, right? Maybe I don't need so many cars. And I just want maybe a different kind of car. So I'll get rid of some of this stuff here, but I'll add something else. As soon as I bring up this menu, how I brought up the menu was with the menu button on my left controller. I have these options on the right out of the gate here on the drill menu. So this drill menu on the top left gives me all of my editor options. This drill editor is user friendly, very accessible. You don't need the company Chimera XR. You don't need us to do this editing. You can do it on your own. So let's say you want to change what kind of cars are present in the scene. You can drag and drop those cars, and now you've got other options. You can change, from different kinds of cruisers even. We have a few different options of cruiser. So it's not all the same, same kind of cruiser. You can do the police SUV if you want. And some of these cruisers also have additional options. So if you hit that sub-menu in the front of the cruiser, you can have the light bar, you can open the doors, and so on. So one final thing I'll mention here in terms of building, we also have the option of using real-world locations to build our environment. So what I mean by that is, let me go over here in the parking lot. So I can take any of the blueprints that I have on my headset, which right now we have 4 defaults, including the most popular mall in Toronto, the Eaton Centre, an actual RCMP hangar. So this is a location that one of our clients sent us as they use this real-world location for training. And then I think we just have some like generic houses. So let's just take one of these houses as an example. So how would I use an actual floor plan in order to train realistically? This is how I would do it. So first I'm going to make sure the floor plan is square to the environment. Then I'm going to blow the floor plan up to its real size or a realistic size. Once it's to a size that I'm happy with, and I want to start practicing movement or contingencies, or even just get a better feel for how this is going to work, all I have to do is hit apply. So once I'm happy with it, I hit apply. Now it's baked into the map. So now I can start adding props to it. And essentially all I'm going to do is build along the lines that I see on the ground here. So I can just line things up and follow the pattern on the ground and start recreating the actual building. I can use concrete, I can use wood, everything's ballistically accurate. So you know that whatever you place down will be reflecting reality properly. Maybe I need something with a window, so I could also do that. I have options here for windows. And more is always being added. So just in a few seconds here, you watched me start to build out this house. And if I took the time, I could build the whole house out. And once I'm done, I can save it under the Save Load menu. Can even make a little thumbnail of what it was so I can remember it, and it's saved. So here's a quick example of how instructor mode works and how we create all of these templates so that the students can practice and drill different kinds of events in different environments.